Look, let's talk football. I go to you. I love to ask you these questions. I have you on because you've been in these locker rooms. You've been in locker rooms at all levels. So we have the Cole Beasley situation with the Buffalo Bills. It's clearly he's been open about the whole vaccination thing, and now he's on the list. He's hurt the team because of his unavailability. In that locker room, is that an issue at all? The whole thing, it came up with Aaron Rodgers and it was debated hot and heavy a few weeks ago.
It was.
It's localized now. Is this an issue?
I think the real issue is who's the leader in the locker room. Many times, the senior players are the ones that have the voice, that have the narrative. But we're in unprecedented times. This whole COVID thing just has changed everything when it comes to sports. There are a lot of people that are really determined to be anti-vaxxers, but if it's going to hurt your program, and if it's mandatory to get vaccinated so that you can play, you're getting paid for the sport, I really don't know what the drawback is. I'm confused about the whole thing, but it definitely has to hurt the narrative in the locker room without a doubt.
So as a player, I mean, you can't be, no matter what you might say publicly, you can't be totally comfortable with that situation.
Not at all. If I'm a quarterback throwing to this guy and I expect him to be there each and every game, and he is a crucial third down receiver as well. Most of his catches are for first down. So as a quarterback, I'm a little upset about the whole process as well.
Tariq, we've been through this before. Again, the Aaron Rodgers came up and we've debated this and we've talked about it. It's almost like when this happened, and the Bills have been one of the teams that hasn't been really well represented in the vaccination category. Yeah. It says, God, it's coming to hit them at just the worst time of the season.
Well, it's interesting because I think about a very good point is about leadership. It also starts with coaching, too. The coaching and the belief and the understanding of, okay, if you want to go down this road, if you do not want to be vaccinated, that's fine. We're going to have to mask up. We're going to have to protect ourselves. We're going to have to wash everything down. We're going to have to make sure that we're all on the same page here. So if we lose somebody, there's a next man up mentality and somebody else can come in. You see how well they play with McKenzie, now with Sanders and all these other different wide receivers. Cole Beasley has been going through sort of a rib injury thing for the last couple of weeks. So he hasn't been 100% anyway. This gives him a chance to sit down. He's been really more vocal about this vaccination situation than anything else that he's provided on the field. But I think you see it in the NBA now, guys getting 10-day contracts. It's next man up. The leagues have decided we're going to play through this. If this affects your team, it's on your team now. So we're getting to a point where we're at the playoffs for the NFL. We're at a crucial point where 6 or 7 days might be your season.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
And also, now I was looking at it, trying to draw an analogy, thinking along the lines of maybe something you said about how tough the organization can be in terms of imposing their will in a situation like this. But New Orleans, the Jets, there's a third team they got like 20 guys on the list.
The Chiefs were hurt too.
They're in far worse shape than the Buffalo Bills. So it's not just a matter, and these guys have got high profile, strong coaches, all of them. It isn't just a matter of saying, look, do it. You can't do it.
Who's committed, though? I mean, you think about the Cowboys, you think about all the different things that have gone on with that organization and whether or not, you don't even hear any chatter from them. Like, it's almost as everybody's committed on the same page.
Well, when Cooper went out, Jerry Jones came out and says he can't do this to us.
And what has happened since then? They've done very well. They won the division. So it's everybody down. I think you're right. The leadership, who's owning the team, who's coaching the team, are we all on the same page? And if we're not, then realize that you might be a detriment to our team.
Well, here's the one thing I do have a problem with, is if I'm in the wide receiver room and I'm watching film and one of our guys goes down with COVID, ultimately I think what that means is now everybody in that group is at risk. And personally, if I'm in that position group, I'd be a little upset about the negligence of not getting vaccinated because now I'm at risk. Everything's incentivized in the NFL. This is where guys make a lot of their money in the end of the year. Number of touchdowns thrown, number of touchdowns caught, yards rushed, the whole 9 yards. So this league is about money. And if guys can't make these big paychecks at year end, it's a problem.
And then as far as the Buffalo Bills go, Isaiah McKenzie pretty much took it off the table by having such a great game in Beasley's absence.